Hi, everybody. How your day going? How is your? I am just the goofiest person. I'm so sorry, but how is your day going? Um, I just wanted, I wanted to come on, and I have something that I need to speak on, and you know that this is the process that it takes to become a really good coach in any field. Um, our hearts have to kind of get involved. As far as I'm concerned, my heart has to be involved, and it is. And so I'll come from a place of love, compassion, nurture, sincerity, deep sincerity. And if I haven't introduced myself, my name is Lee April Burton, and I am the owner and founder of Composed Warriors. Um, I help individuals with sickle cell anemia, and I integratively with holistic care, with use of essential oils and vitamins and things of natural nature, help them to, uh, uh, I want to say, create a solid foundation of nourishment, of pain relief, of pain reduction. Um, this is my goal, is to bring more support to that regular medical care that is already out there, the Western medical care. And there's a couple of things I wanted to speak on right now to the sickle cell community. And um, like I've said before, you all are some of the strongest people I know. And your hearts are huge because you have to go through so much, but yet you still, in a sense, still have the ability to give and support others and push yourselves to the side. And what I find to be really interesting is you don't want to be a burden. I find that to be really interesting, and that really puts a weight on my heart because nobody wants to feel like a burden. I I can empathize and sympathize with you on that. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit and help you to not feel like you're a burden. So I'm going to start with doctor's appointments. Keep up with your doctor's appointments. When the doctor talks, when he tells you something, um, listen, be compliant. Um, and if there's things that you don't understand, ask questions. Okay? And if you feel like I'm not going to get this, be humble enough to accept that and have someone come with you. Ask for printouts. Ask for them. Ask for that information because sometimes the doctors, they have such a huge caseload that they're not able to really dive in and dig in with you on a personal level. And when that's the case, which is probably most of the time, it's hard for them to really give you the care that you need. And if you come into a doctor's appointment with questions, knowing what it is you're talking about, they're more likely to invest more time in you because they see that you really care and you're not just, so to speak, a fly by night patient. And unfortunately, I don't mean that with any disrespect. I mean that with the utmost respect, but 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 it's so important that you take a hold of your care. And if you feel like it's out of control, then there has to be somebody in your corner to do so. There has to be. There absolutely has to be. Now, most of the sickle cell warriors I know, they have a pretty good grasp of their care, or there's somebody there to support them. But what about those who aren't? What about them? So doctor's appointments are essential. Keep all of them. Do the best you can. And if you need support and help, please ask for it. That's so important. The other thing is medications. The doctors prescribe certain medications for certain things. Just to touch base with some things that for sickle cell is hydroxyurea and Dari. These are some newer medications that have come out. There's another one that's like an injection. These are medications that they have found to be useful for those who have sickle cell. This is important to keep maybe a personal journal to keep track of how things are going for you as you're taking these medications so that you can know whether they're working for you or not. These are important. This is important to pay attention to. This is how you take control of your health care. This is important. And if you don't get anything else out of this few minutes I'm speaking to you, get that you need to keep a journal of your health care. And in that journal, not only is it important to keep a journal of how well you're doing on certain medications, but it's also really important to keep a journal of how you're feeling from one moment to the next. If things change, keep that journal in your pocket and write that stuff down, because you deal with a whole bunch that a lot of people do not have any idea on how to understand. So you put it on paper. You put that stuff down on paper and you get it out of your system, because you don't need to carry that in you. Unfortunately, we live in a world where there's nothing but stress. There's so many problems and things that we deal with, and we don't know how to manage all of that. And so we disregard it as if we haven't ingested it or taken it into our system, when in fact we really have. So as a warrior, you are not only taking in the life that you have, you are not only holding the burden of the things that you deal with on a daily basis, maybe the some of the criticisms that you deal with. I'm not even going to go there because that's a topic of its own. But you hear all the stuff going on in the world today, and you don't want to be a burden, right? And you take all this information in, and it's like, okay, well, I'm just going to go hang out with my friends or I'm just going to stay on my own. Oh, my hair looking a mess. Why y'all didn't tell me? Ooh. Yeah. You guys, you're just holding it in. You cannot hold this in. You can't. You cannot hold this in. And my heart is really dealing with some things right now. Because there's just a lot going on. My son, who's a warrior, you should hear me. I say I lecture him, but I'd like to connect with him. I like to talk with him. I like to encourage him, strengthen him, empower him, let him know the power that he has, because we all have a sense of it. We all have a certain amount of power, and it's so important that we use it for our greater good and others' greater good. It's so encouraging to doctors when they see you as a patient or a client or whatever it is, take your health care into your hands and ask questions. And if you have a doctor that does not like that, then that may not be the right doctor for you. So there's really some things to think about. Here's the third point that I wanted to discuss with you today: holistic care. Holistic care is natural things that you can do for the benefit of your own health care. So, kind of like how I was just telling you about journaling, that is a holistic type of self-care. Taking care of yourself, not disregarding what you're dealing with, but really acknowledging it and trying to do something about it in a natural way. Because just because you hurt does not mean that you necessarily need a Percocet. Maybe you need to eliminate some of that emotional toxin too. So there's this world of aromatherapy out there that is really powerful. It's really beneficial if you know how to do it. And if you don't know how to do it, there's plenty of people out there who do. Me. There's plenty of people out there who know what they're doing with the essential oils and they can help you. And there's vitamins, there's nutrients, because I don't care if you are a vegetarian, a vegan, or whatnot, you still the food that we eat is lacking in nutrition because of the depletion that's in the oil, in the soil oil, the depletion that's in the soil. So we're not really getting all the nutrients we need. We're big because of other things. So if you're not naturally a big person, then there may be some other things that you, excuse me, are having to deal with. So holistic care is something that I want you to look into. So there's three things here. Doctor's appointments. Well, no, there's actually four things. That's yourself, knowing who you are, knowing what you need. Doctor's appointments, following through with them, asking questions, having someone come with you on these appointments if there's things that you don't understand, if there's questions you don't know how to ask for, and asking for printouts. Your medications, how important it is to be compliant and to find out what things are doing. Make a note on the medications you're taking and how your body is responding to them. And holistic care, there's natural things out there that can help you manage your pain and different things. Sorry, I got a notification. There's natural things out there that can help you manage your pain and manage your emotions around this, around the things surrounding sickle cell, because that is a whole conversation. I mean, just having to live with that is tough. I my heart goes out to you all. That's why you're warriors, because you're taking on so much. Yeah. So I'm going to stop right here. And please, if you have questions, reach out to me. Leave a message. Actually, you can find me on Facebook. Composed Warriors. Facebook, I don't know how exactly it is, but Composed Warriors on Facebook. And message me, direct message me for any questions that you have. Because I'm here, and being a caregiver and someone who has found things to empower me, I want to share that with you. You need to know that there's people out here really looking to make a difference in your life. And I know that you're looking and you may have found it. So make the choice yours. Take the power in your own hands and do what you can. All right? So I look forward to hearing from you, and you all have a wonderful day, okay? It's the weekend. What time is it out here? It's about 4 o'clock out here. I'm on the West Coast, and people finna start acting crazy because it's Friday and they think it's time to party. That's neither here nor there, but I'm just saying. So you guys have a good one. Take care. Peace.